So now I am going to be painting the road just to create some difference, in the whole landscape, so we can actually see like a path. Just kind of creating a path. So I'm using the brush to paint tool, just paint the road. So it's going to be like a road passing by, going all the way behind there. So just painting the road and going down. The reason is because you want to make sure that your scene should actually look like she looks like there's a difference between the road itself and where it's being used by vehicles or footpath. You should have some difference um, with the normal land or probably desert that is not being used by cars or people or donkeys or trucks or whatever you choose. So this is just the road pattern painting over here, and you can actually tell that there's a difference in your mind. You can tell that, oh yeah, it looks like there's a road there. So I'll just link that up from the forest. This is actually, it is going to be a catch up in the entire scene, which means the chase was happening on the main road, jump into the forest, then come into the dirt, desert dirt, then went onto a dirt road. So I think so far it's looking good. So if I play now, it brings me here. I'm gonna drive on the dirt road now. Going in full speed. Just checking. So you can choose to record, or whatever time you want to, but make sure you choose the best shot. So here I'm gonna exit the road, jump into the crazy land. Oops, that was a rough drive. Like, who does that? That was a very rough drive. So that doesn't look like it's the best take. But anyway, you get the idea. So I did a couple of takes though, like a lot of takes before finally choosing the right one. But at some point I want to be able to have like an explosion on this part. So I actually want the vehicle to like jump, like was being hit by the helicopter. So I want to put like another springboard here. Don't mind me, I'm just I'm an action sequence inclined person. So here I'm gonna put like this little cylinder here, just extend it around because I want to use it like a springboard where the vehicle is gonna hit and jump in the air. But later on down the road, I will just add explosions there, so it's gonna be like it was being propelled by an explosion. So all of this is done, but at the end of it, we'll delete all of these springboards. So I press a play, boom, and I'm driving now. We'll see how that's gonna look like. So in the end, I think if you watched it, you realize that at this point there was actually like a boom. There you go, like that. Yep. So that's exactly what we want. And then come over here, make this turn, boom, into the rough road, and go slowly and jump over here. Go slowly. We're trying to make it across. Oops, go back. Yeah, that's a good stunt. That's gonna be a good stunt with some good camera work. It's gonna be really great. There you go. So if we drive here and we can jump here, boom, and there we get into the plane. So that's a very good take right there. That is a very good take. So I will keep that one. So what we're going to do next is so because I want to actually have like a ramp. I want a spot where they are going to drive all the way up a ramp and then jump. If you've watched the video itself, the part where they actually jump from the ramp, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put one there and one point right there, and I'm going to put a second point somewhere around here, right here. Boom. And then here I'm going to raise this one up a little bit just so we have a ramp. I'm going to go ahead and apply it. So see, now we have a ramp going on. So I really wanted, this is where they will run up this ramp and then jump from here. You see that? So down the line, We're going to add some aesthetics just to make it look more intense, but so far this is it. We drive from here, go all the way up, and then we're going to have the helicopter on the side, shooting at the character. So if that's the case, if I go now, I'm going to save my work. All right, so if I press play, I can actually drive here, and there's a ramp. I'm going to drive up the ramp, and I'm going to jump from here, and there you go. Boom! See that right there? That's a good cinematic move. That's a good one right there. So boom, we're good. So now I am recording the police vehicle because I will want them to chase. It's going to be like the block where the character is going to drive into them, and we will pick up from there. So I'm actually recording now, and we're waiting for the guy to drive all the way here, so we can see him showing up from that end. So he's gonna come and he's gonna make a stop. So at this point we kind of move the vehicle a little bit. I mean, if you've seen how police they do the roadblock, they kind of threaten the opponent with some aggressive moves, just so whoever's involved in it feel their presence. So I intentionally delayed a little bit at this point during the recording, so you have to pre-plan everything. All the moves you're seeing here, I'm just doing that with the concept in mind that there's going to be a helicopter right there, so we'll have to cut the camera to a helicopter. It's going to go round, and there'll be some dialogue, and then now the guy finally makes a sharp U-turn. He gets into the dust road, then I will drive this cop car and chase them. So at this point, when you're still doing the scheme, it's just gonna look gamish, but trust me, when you do the camera work, that is gonna bring everything to life. So this is where they come out from the forest into the second road, and then at some point there'll be a roadblock where again the helicopter is gonna pull down from there, so it makes a right here. They also make a right into the dust road, still chasing him. And then now they'll pull out of the forest now into the desert road onto the ramp. So you see he's actually driving behind the opponent. So this is going to chase the guy all the way up to the ramp. So as he goes up to the ramp, we also drive on the ramp to follow him. When he makes a jump, we also make a jump with a very cop car. See all of that move. That's going to be so great when you do the camera work. So he makes that turn. We also make a turn. We're all on the dust road. So as he's driving and going, we're also chasing him behind, trying to keep close contact. Every time you do this, you're always keeping in mind how you're going to be playing with the camera, how you're going to be able to convince the audience. But because there's a jump here, we're going to avoid that jump, because the explosion, that was an explosion that actually flipped that vehicle over there. So we'll make sure we avoid it, because you don't want to spoil that. So at this point, we kind of hit a little bit, but in post we're not going to add that in the shot. So those are some of the deleted stuff. So at this point where he or she makes the left, we also make a left into the dust road, trying to keep as close as possible. But now we understand that at this point they are going to jump into the jet, so we're not going to jump. We're just going to make a turn and stop. So here it's more like, all right, we've given up. That's it. We've given up.